Hello and welcome to what I hope will be the first of many videos on how to design a Levelhead level. So let's get right into it. If you're going to design a level, there's only two things you need to think about. Is to get in here, that's the main workshop that's going to have everything unlocked for you to use as you want. This is a daily build and we'll cover this at some other point. But for everything else, you're just going to click here. You'll be greeted with this screen. If you have any levels started, they'll appear right here. To start anything new, you just click that, and you're greeted with this screen. Now this screen is going to set a limit on how big your level can be. You can choose any of these, and you can still build it within a very, very small area. And it's not going to make a difference. This is just how much available space you will have. You don't have to use all of it. So the purpose of this video and discussing the menu, we're just going to use the box. So you'll be greeted with what can only be described as just a plethora of options. Every level that it designs for you at first is going to look like this. It always drops to you, grade 18, the package, and a couple of things here for you to do. And I'll place a goal somewhere as well. Okay, so I'm using keyboard and mouse to do this. For starts, this is the basic things that you need to have your level totally doable. I mean, you can't really win on this particular level, but everything you need is here. At the very, very bare minimum, you need to have grade 18, the package, and the goal. You can't submit a level without those three things. Starting down at the bottom, this is the name of your level, which is called unnamed level. This button will allow you to change anything about this level and some basics. This will allow you to take a screenshot. This will allow you to save, although the game will save at regular intervals for you anyways. Ghosts, which we'll go over at some other point. Zoom. So if we shift, this will just do regular increments for you. However, if you have a mouse wheel, you can just use that to do that for you. Cheese, which is we'll go over at some other point. E to actually play the level. And then over here we have a menu to escape, which if you press escape, these are the shortcuts which will allow you to do the things you want. If there's no shortcut, that means you have to click on it or otherwise select it. This is undo. This is delete. And if at any point, if you just want to do these things, all you gotta do is put your reticle in the right place and press the button. So for example, I'm going to put Q and hover over my mouse here, and this will delete that, just that. If I hold it down and I drag, it will keep deleting. Well, let's move on for now. Paint bucket, grab, multi-select, copy, and pass. Pass are going to be a totally different video. Over here, these are the sort of things that you're going to populate your level with. And they will be categorized over what they do. So, up here, it has world. So those are things like the actual architecture and what the level is going to look like. Plus a couple other things. Movement. So these are the things that are designed to make grade 18 move in a particular way. These are things that make him hover, things that make him bounce, things that make him otherwise just move. Okay? Pickups. These are things that you can use a pickup action to give yourself. This does not include the package itself, and it doesn't include a couple other things, but in general, these are the power-ups and collectibles and a chest. switches. We'll do a separate video on switches. These are the things which will look for certain types of logic, and then will make a change based on that logic. Gates are fairly self-explanatory, so based on logic, they will open or close, with the exception of purge gates. Enemies are just the ones you see throughout the level. If you've gone through the training, you'll have seen a lot of these already. Hazards. These are things that will make you die. Some move a bit like enemies, in particular the Crumbler, but everything else will work based on a set of parameters that you can set for it. Carry. These are also things you can grab. Some act a bit like a power-up, but you have to carry them on your back, much like you would a package. So if you have one of these things that you're carrying, you can't carry the package. You have to get rid of it. See, that was auto saving, in case you wanted to know what that looks like. Cosmetic. So these are signs. Some of these things are not visible to someone who's playing the level. But the two things that you're going to be mainly using are the arrows and the signs. And we'll cover that in detail at some other point. Then there's objectives. If you didn't want grade 18 in the level yet, you weren't sure where you're going to put him. If you delete him and you need to select him again, you just plop him right wherever you wanted. But in general, it includes the package, it includes the goal, and it includes checkpoints. That is the entire menu. We'll cover just the last thing we're going to cover is level details. This is the type of level that you want to do. So here, and if you click on unnamed level, which is what it's going to be called, you can then figure out what you want to be called. There are various different things you can select, including some punctuation. But the only rule is that you can have 4 things, not including punctuation, and it can't go over 28 characters, including punctuation. Fisher Eek, almost footing, sure. Now, tags is what you can add up to 3 tags, and once you've finished your level, you want to select tags so that people can find it a bit easier. If you're looking for something casual and you think it's a casual level, you can put that. If you think it's clever, using elements in unconventional ways, you can click that. So then people can search based on looking for levels that are casual, clever, or both. Minimum players, most people only have 1, but you can do multiplayer and you can have up to 4. Players share power-ups. It doesn't matter what this is set as if it's only for 1, but to think about multiplayer levels, that'll be another video entirely. As well as multiplayer respawn, camera horizontal boundary, the level sides, so the camera cannot go off. The last thing is weather. So as you can see, when you click on and off, there is a type of weather that each level has, depending on the zone. I skipped zone and the music. So if we did this, and we decide to play, as you can see, it's got just a bit of weather in it. If we go back and we put it to no weather, and play again, you can see it's all gone. Now, each zone has its own template, so to speak. So we're currently on asteroid tunnels, and this is assigned at random when you start a level in the workshop. But you can change it whenever you want. And it should carry over everything, with the exception of some bespoke elements. Asteroid tunnels, the aqua dunes. So if I did that, as you can see, it's changed everything over to reflect the new place. The music is the one that will play when the level starts for real. There are elements in Levelhead design that you can change the music as you go, but we're not going to cover that. Maybe another video, but not here. And then you can choose whatever one you want. And that's it. That's the menu. I hope this video has been interesting or helpful to you. And I hope you watch the next one.